I found out I was the punchline of my own family when I got a screenshot I was never supposed to see, and I'll never forget what they called me. The family wallet with no life. My name's Eliot. I'm 29, single, and work as a remote QA engineer for a mid-sized tech company. I live a quiet life. No flashy vacations, no drama, no real complaints. But apparently, according to a private WhatsApp thread between my mom, my sister Morgan, her husband Travis, and my Uncle Dale, I'm the sad little sponsor of the family. I found out completely by accident. It was a Thursday evening, long day, half-drunk cold brew next to me on the desk, and a random text popped up from Uncle Dale. A screenshot, probably meant for my mom, but he sent it to me instead. The group chat was called Core Crew. No cousins, no kids. Just the adult inner circle. And the last few messages? All about me. Travis wrote, "Does he seriously do nothing but work in Venmo?" Morgan replied with a laughing emoji. "He likes feeling needed. Let him be our little sponsor." My mom chimed in with, "At least he contributes something. He's not doing anything else with his life." And then Uncle Dale wrapped it up with the one that stuck. "Eliot's basically the family wallet with no life." I stared at the screen for a long time. 5 full minutes. I didn't respond. Didn't ask questions. Didn't react. I just let it sink in. The betrayal, the mockery, the utter lack of respect. These were the people I'd been helping for years. Quietly. My mom, who hadn't paid full rent since I was 23. Morgan, who I'd bailed out for things like surprise vet bills, rent shortfalls, even a weekend getaway she accidentally double-booked. Travis, who once guilted me into wiring him $600 because he wanted to propose but was short for the ring. And Uncle Dale, the saxophone for his kid, the loan for a car, even covering his internet bill when his freelance gig fell through. They knew I never complained. I always said things like, "No worries," or, "Of course I got you." I thought I was being a good son, a helpful brother, a dependable nephew. I thought helping made me important, that my usefulness equaled value. But now I saw the truth. They weren't grateful. They were entitled. And I wasn't family to them, I was function. The next morning, Morgan texted, "Hey, can you spot me $300 for the ski trip Airbnb? Travis booked it already. We'll pay you back, swear." No apology. No reference to the chat. Just like nothing happened. An hour later, my mom messaged, "Sweetheart, the landlord's being difficult again. Could you send a little extra for rent this month? Just until next payday." Something in me snapped, not in rage, but in clarity. Like seeing your own reflection in a mirror you didn't know was dirty. I didn't respond. Not that day. Not the next. Not all week. And the silence? It scared them. Friday, Uncle Dale called. I let it go to voicemail. "Hey, bud, your mom's in a bind this month. Just checking in. You good?" Another message from my mom. "I'm worried, Eliot. Please just text me." I stayed quiet. For the first time in years, I didn't jump in to rescue anyone. I cleaned my apartment. Took a long walk. Threw away things that didn't belong. Guilt gifts, old notes, the mug that said, "World's best brother." I got the same year they forgot my birthday. That Sunday, I made a decision. Monday morning, I sent one single message to the family group chat. "Hey everyone. Just letting you know, I won't be covering anyone's expenses anymore. Please make other arrangements." Morgan replied in 10 seconds. "Wait, is this a joke?" Travis. "Dude, timing is terrible. Airbnb is booked." Mom. "Eliot, sweetheart, are you okay? Can we talk about this?" Uncle Dale. Thumbs up. "Let me know if you want to chat." I didn't answer. I just made breakfast. For myself? Because for the first time in a decade, I wasn't the family fixer. I was just a man learning how to say no. You'd think telling your family you're done financially supporting them would spark some reflection. But mine? They treated it like I'd shut off their oxygen. By Tuesday, the guilt campaign was in full swing. Morgan sent a screenshot of her Venmo balance, $12.43. Captioned, "Seriously?" My mom called twice that day. Left voicemails with just enough worry to make it sound like care, but not enough to admit any wrongdoing. "Sweetheart, we can fix this. Please call me." Uncle Dale sent a text that was basically a sandwich of passive-aggressive charm. "Hey champ, everyone's a little rattled. Let's get on a call, clear the air." I ignored them all. Not out of spite. Out of necessity. I was detoxing. Every favor I'd ever done was flashing back like a highlight reel of regret. Morgan's bachelorette party Airbnb? Me. Travis's new tires last winter? Me. Uncle Dale's internet bill for just a couple months? Me. I hadn't realized how much I'd been funding their comfort until I stopped. And now that I had, their panic was loud. By Friday, Morgan left a voicemail that started polite and turned sharp. "You always act like you're above us. Maybe we joke because you act like you don't belong. Like you're better." I listened to it while folding laundry, oddly calm. It didn't hurt. It clarified. She wasn't sorry. She was offended I'd stopped enabling her. That weekend, the doorbell rang. It was my mom. She'd driven over, 2 towns away, unannounced. Her face, that blend of worry and control she'd mastered long ago. In her hands, a loaf of banana bread. Her signature guilt-baked weapon. "Can we talk?" she asked. I let her in. She stood in my kitchen like a stranger. Eyes scanning, hands wringing. "We're worried about you, Eliot. This outburst, it's not like you." "It's not an outburst," I said. "It's a boundary." She flinched like I cursed. "You've always been so independent," she said. "You never asked for anything. I thought you liked helping." "No," I said. "I like feeling needed. There's a difference." We stood in silence. Then I asked, "Did you mean what you said in the group chat?" Her eyes widened. "That was taken out of context. Mom, you called me the family wallet with no life." She didn't deny it. She just said, "We didn't mean to hurt you." "But you did." Another silence. Then, "Can we fix this?" And maybe I would have said yes. Until she added, "Maybe if you told us earlier how you felt, none of this would have happened." There it was. The pivot. From apology to blame. As smooth as always. I opened the door. "I think we need space." She left without arguing. Left the banana bread too. I threw it away that night. They thought it was a tantrum. Temporary. A phase. What they didn't realize was, I wasn't trying to teach them a lesson. I was just done being used. By Monday morning, things had shifted. Not in them, in me. I wasn't angry anymore. I wasn't even hurt. I was clear. Free. They still didn't get it. Uncle Dale texted me again. "Hey champ, sent over a couple bills. Internet's due, would mean a lot." I didn't answer. Morgan texted, "So you're just punishing everyone now?" Then a screenshot of her declined credit card and a caption. "This is what you wanted." I didn't even open the image. I opened my banking app instead. And that's when I saw it, all the quiet auto payments, recurring transfers, and shared accounts I'd signed up for over the years. Red assistance. Car payments. A credit card. Just for emergencies. Tied to my name. A checking account I'd nicknamed Family Float. It was a mess. So I cleaned it. canceled the credit card, closed the float account, revoked autopay. Then I called a lawyer, not for drama, for documentation, because some of the accounts still legally tied me to their financial futures, and I didn't trust them not to drag me down if something collapsed. I wasn't just pulling back. I was detaching. For good. The fallout came fast. Morgan called 5 times in 2 hours. Left one message that started teary and ended in a rage spiral. "You know my credit's garbage. You knew this would ruin everything. What are you even trying to prove, Eliot?" Travis texted. "So now Tessa's getting punished because you had a bad day?" Then came Uncle Dale's emergency credit card decline. Apparently, he'd been charging meals, golf fees, and landscaping services at his lake house. Not his main house. His lake house. When the card got cut off, he texted, "Really? You couldn't have warned me first?" They all said the same thing in different ways. "You should have told us. You should have warned us. You should have given us time." What they meant was, "You should have let us find someone else to use first. I wasn't looking for revenge. I was just looking for peace." But when peace didn't come, I finally understood. Some doors don't close by themselves. You have to lock them. I thought cutting them off financially would be the end of it. That they'd curse my name in private, maybe send a few more guilt texts, then move on. But the storm didn't pass. It escalated. Travis posted a vague status on Facebook. "Funny how money changes people. Some folks forget where they came from." His friends chimed in like it was some big betrayal story. Morgan followed up with a quote post. "Family isn't who you share blood with. It's who shows up when you're hurting." She knew what she was doing. Knew exactly how to get sympathy without context. Even Uncle Dale's wife messaged me on LinkedIn, asking me to reconsider for the sake of the family's emotional stability. But the worst came from my mom. She emailed me. Subject: something you deserve to see. Inside was a screenshot of a text thread between her and Morgan. Morgan: "If Eliot's done, I'm done too. Not helping with rent anymore." Mom: "I understand. I just don't know what to do." Morgan: "He's punishing us. Always had a superiority complex." And then my mom replied, "Maybe we pushed too much." I stared at that line. Maybe we pushed too much. For a second, I thought, was this it? Was she finally getting it? Then I read the rest of the email. "I'm sorry you felt hurt by what was said. I'm not excusing it, but Eliot, we're still family. Don't let this coldness become who you are. I miss my son." There it was. Not, "I'm sorry for what we said." Not, "We were wrong to treat you like that." Just, "Sorry you felt hurt." The kind of non-apology people give when they want access again. That's when I knew they still didn't understand. They weren't trying to heal. They were trying to reset the board. So I finished what I started. The lawyer helped me remove myself from every account that had my name attached. Co-signed leases, car loans, even Greg's business card that was. Just for backup. I filed for a formal release from my mom's apartment guarantee, which gave her 60 days to replace me or move. And just for the record, I filed a small claim against Uncle Dale. Not because I wanted the money back. I didn't. But because I wanted it documented. A paper trail. The backlash was instant. Morgan called me crying. "They're going to take my car, Eliot. I can't refinance. My credit's shot." "I'm sorry," I said. "But you laughed at me in a group chat. Called me your sponsor. Maybe now you'll understand what that meant." She hung up. Blocked me. Greg sent a 4-paragraph email calling me a petty little man who had turned on his own blood. I forwarded it to my lawyer. No reply. Then my mom showed up again. Rain was coming down. She had banana bread in a Ziploc bag, as if we were still pretending this was about anything other than survival. You know I might lose the apartment, she said as soon as I opened the door. I know, I said, and I hope you don't. But I can't keep being your backup plan. You won't reconsider? I already did, I said gently, and I finally chose myself. She left the bread. I didn't eat it. A few weeks passed. The silence was beautiful. No texts. No voicemails. No requests. Just peace. I signed up for a pottery class. Joined a running group. Met someone. Her name's Megan. She asks questions. Listens. Never assumes my value is tied to my bank account. And then one day, a letter came in the mail. Handwritten. From my mom. I moved. Smaller place. Big adjustment. I've thought about you a lot. I won't ask for anything. Just wanted to say I get it now. You were always giving, even when we didn't deserve it. I'm sorry. Love, Mom. It didn't fix everything. But for once, she didn't ask. She offered. And that mattered. Not enough to let her back in fully, but enough to leave the door unlocked. As for me, I still work the same job. Still eat alone sometimes. But now I eat at a table where I feel welcome. A table I built for myself. I don't check my phone dreading emergencies. I don't wonder if I'm just a transaction. Because finally, I am no longer for sale.